Hey guys, Charlie here. In this video, I'll be talking about the movie Blank. It's a horror sci-fi movie. It was amazing. I was like blown away by this film. It was amazing. The plot was fantastic, and it was so filled with tension that you could cut the tension with a knife. Like it was that intense. Wow, it was amazing. It stars. The movie is about a writer. Her name is Claire Rivers, played by Rachel Shelley. And in the movie, she's experiencing writer's block. So she signs on to go for this AI retreat. It's a smart house, you know. So she goes to the smart house and she meets an AI there. She names him Henry. He's played by Wayne Brady, and he kind of fills her in about the smart house and all of that, and then tells her like there's a scanner that reads her palm if she wants to go outside. She just places her hand on the scanner and reads her palm, and she can go out and come in like that. And he then introduces her to her personal android named Rita. She's played by Haida Reed, and she's very and she's like she's very well. She's an android, so she's basically a robot, and so like she like settles in, and she in the morning she goes for her run. She likes to go for a run in the mornings and stuff. So she goes for her run, and she comes back. She has breakfast, then she starts working on her book. She's trying to write a book. So days go by and she's still experiencing writer's block. She's still like trying to figure out what to write about, how to put the story together, and all that. But then she doesn't realize, like on the news, there's a report that there's a virus that's got into the mainframe of the company that owns these smart houses and the androids and stuff. That there's a virus that's gotten in, and now it's like causing problems in the smart houses. So, but she misses that report. She didn't notice it. So, like a few days after that, she now like wants to go out for a run, like she likes to do every morning. But then her palm she places her palm on the scanner, but then it doesn't allow her out, and like it doesn't allow her access to go outside. And one of the bad things about the smart house is that it's soundproof. So even if she's calling out for help, no one can hear her, and she can't even hear a sound from outside. So like it's like that. It's that bad. So, but it's meant to like help to minimize distraction from the outside world, really. So that's so she now calls on Henry, and he now tells her like there's been a virus detected in our mainframe, and it's like eating up like our data, is corrupting our system. So we're trying to get a hold of it, but like it's aggressive. So like she now says, okay, fine. Like how can I get out of the house? I want to go for my run. And I says, well, you can't go out. And I said, okay, can you send someone to come get me out? And I said, well, that's a problem because their system is the virus has like cleared away all their records. So like there's no record of her being in that particular smart house. So like no one knows that she's there. So she's like, what? This is crazy. Like, what's happening? What are you guys gonna do? What's happening? So I said, well, we're trying to rectify it. So I said, well, though your Android can let you out of the house, so you can, but the virus is also affecting the androids as well. So when she now goes to Rita to like Rita, like I want to go for my run, let me out. So Rita now tells her, you can't go out until you finish your book. So I'm not going to open the door for you until you finish your book. So finish your book and then I'll let you out. So she's like, this is crazy. What? And I said, yes, you're not going to let her out. So she now like tries to persuade the android, but like the android is not bulging. It's like, okay, fine. So she now goes and like of course she's a writer and she reads a lot of books. So there's this book that she has like from memory, so she's able to like type out everything from that book just from memory, and she now types it out and gives it to the AI, to Rita, and I says, there, I finished my book. Now open the door. So Rita now like reads the first page within seconds and now says that plagiarism is against the law. That isn't like your this book, what you've handed over to me is actually a book written by so and so author, and this is the name of the book, and it was published so and so year. And I said, so this is not your book. So when you like write your own book and give it to me then, because she's like, what's business of yours? And I said, yes, and I'm actually designed to assist you with like proofreading and all of that. grammatical errors and things like that. So when you write your book, hand it over to me. I'll go through it and then I'll let you out. So she now like loses her temper, like tries to smack the android, but then she now grabs the android, now grabs her hand and like breaks a few of her bones, and she now like shouting and all that, and the android now lets her go. But of course, she's not supposed to do that because now she's malfunctioning. So that's part of the side effect of the virus that's also affecting the android. So she now goes and Claire now goes and starts trying to write something like the story that she's actually thinking about, that she's trying to piece together. She now writes it. It's actually a nightmare. I don't want to give that away. When you watch it, you understand. It's kind of like something from her nightmares or from her past. So she now writes it and gives it to Rita. So Rita like, "You're not finished." And I said, "What do you mean I'm not finished?" Say, "Look, I wrote it there. The end. It's end. It's over. It's finished." Now like, "No, that's where's the, like this is not the end. Where's the ending? This is not the ending. Like this, like it stopped abruptly. Just like maybe a scene is you're describing a scene and then you stop and you write the end. Like no, where's the rest of the story?" So she now like really upset and now tries to like reason with the head. "Look, I'm under stress. There's this malfunction going on in your systems and stuff. And look, you're malfunctioning now. You're burning my clothes. You're breaking plates. You're like you're so you're like you're But the problem is that every morning the AI wakes up and the android wakes up and doesn't know like Claire. She always like reintroduce herself to Claire. Like, "Hi, I'm Rita, and I'm your android, and I'm here for your personal assistance in any area and every area of your need." And she's like, "Yeah, you said that yesterday." So, but to the android, because of the virus, she can't hold on to like let's say like every night her memory is like wiped. Then she wakes up with no memory of what happened yesterday. So anything Rita tries to tell her is like, anything Claire tries to tell her is like she doesn't understand because to her it hasn't happened yet. So she now like tries to like, okay, how can I outsmart this AI? So that's kind of like where she's at in the movie. So that's the issue she's dealing with because now the food is running low, and she was only supposed to be in the smart house for 30 days, and now it's been over 2 months and she can't get out. The AI the android won't let her out. So she now like calls on Henry. So Henry's like, "I'm sorry, things are even getting so bad that the situation is even worse, that even I'm being affected and I can't even maybe communicate with you after this. Like it's that bad. So like, make do or try and finish your book so you can get out of this place. But like nothing, like there's nothing I can do. Like it's that bad now." So she now has to now find a way to outsmart the android. So that's kind of what the story goes. Because now she's desperate. The food is getting really low, and the android once told her like, "Look, my battery can last me like 50 years. Like I'm fully charged. So like for the next 50 years, I'm good." So like whereas her Claire's situation is she's human. So when the food runs out, that's it. So so that's kind of like what the movie is about. She's now like trying to outsmart the android, in order to save her life. So that's where it kind of reminds of another movie, Margot, that came out also like recently. So that one too is about some college students who go to this smart house to spend the last week in college because like they're graduating. So just like the last fun they will have together as friends in college, and I go to this smart house to spend the week, and then the AI now starts killing them off one by one. So they also have to now find a way to outsmart the AI and escape the house. So that's kind of the situation in that movie as well. So this was kind of like similar to that. So it's interesting. So like the more advanced we get in all this technology, like there is a downside. So that's kind of like the message in the movie though. So it was really, really great. The film was wonderful. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's out in some select theaters, but it's also out on video on demand. So you can still get it that way. But it was great. If you haven't seen this movie, go check it out. So well, that's it for this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a like. And comment if you've seen the movie. Let me know what you thought about the movie. If you haven't seen the movie, go check the movie out. And then comment, let me know what you thought about the movie. So that's it for this video. So thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.